enough of a yield, a return on investment for Fortress and Citadel. They are going to benefit in multiple ways, but Ripple is really only going to use this money in 4 different ways. The first way is corridor expansion. So think about it like this. If there's a new payment corridor that Ripple want to access, this is, a payment corridor between the UK and Somalia, for example, developing those relationships and setting up each country to abide by the legislation and laws and regulations that exist specifically between that corridor, those 2 countries, that's going to cost money. There's also a whole load of onboarding costs. So they're going to use that money to help the bank in Somalia, for example, set this all up, train their banks, train the whole system, run the tests and get it started. All of that comes at a cost. So there's going to be money for that. And I always like to think of money as energy. So when you've got more of this energy, you can get things done faster. If you've got more energy, you can run faster. You can do everything faster with more energy. Money is just adding a fuel to the energy side of this and getting things done faster. So we're going to see more payment corridors and we're going to see them develop faster. Now, the second one's really interesting because I think we're going to see Ripple in a position here to provide liquidity with that money. So what do I mean? So let's talk about Fortress, for example. Fortress will have a whole load of clients that will need liquidity, right? That's the whole point of Fortress. They provide that liquidity. So some companies are really going to need liquidity and they're going to need it fast. And so Fortress, through Ripple, would likely do something that goes in accordance with Ripple's line of credit service. This is where Ripple can actually provide XRP as liquidity to a client so that they can use that XRP to facilitate whatever they're trying to do with payments. So what this means is that Ripple give that XRP, they either take it off the exchanges, so buy it on the secondary market and send it over to these companies as liquidity, or they use